Food for life.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Heywood. My job is to bring you the almanac. This is Super Wild Card Weekend of the Pick Is In podcast. Happy Saturday night. What's going on, everybody? Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for being here. My name is Heywood. I'm a lifelong sports fanatic, and my job is to give you intel, notes, and be a safe sports bettor, sports takes, and that's my job. So I've been doing daily fantasy and sports betting for quite some time. So I love being here this evening. Thank you, everybody. Happy New Year. My one and only co-host is here with me, my brother from another. I would like to bring him in, Jonah Stormrider.
Hey, brother.
Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm pouring mine.
Happy Super Wild Card Weekend.
Yes, super.
It's super.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother. And sorry for that video. That was my bad. I didn't get to it before and I had to download and all that jazz. So once the ship sailed, it was over. So we roll with the punches, boys. As Ted was saying on the live stream tonight, you know, when you first start your stream, you want everything to be perfect. And you, of course, you do want everything to be perfect. But stuff's going to happen, you know, and you just roll with the punches. So appreciate you guys' patience. So
thank you, Jonah. How are you doing tonight, brother?
I'm good, man. Yeah, we had an awesome stream with the boys tonight. It was fantastic. Yeah, very, very interesting.
I agree. It was one of the better ones the last few weeks, in my opinion. Not just because I came on, just what you guys are talking about. Because there's a lot of stuff that's going on in this world, man. So, you know, I enjoyed it.
Well, and I'll say it. What's up, Laz? What's up, Templar?
What's up, fellas?
Love you both.
Love you guys. Thank you for reposting. Give us a repost.
Absolutely. So what's fun? I will say, and you know, it's kind of it's not every time like watching back on the clip because I remembered that like back in June, that I had called that the U.S. was starting to push Iran for a regime change, which we're now witnessing and in the throes of, and I had recalled that I had said that on the stream. Well, I found the clip, and it's kind of funny because in the clip, I was like, Vince is there worried about his brother. And I had the balls to be like, nah, don't worry about your brother. It'll be fine. His brother was ultimately fine. But like, oh, man. I'm like, sometimes, Jonah, you got to cool it, man. So pretty funny. Worked out. I mean, it's true, but.
Great call. And if you guys aren't watching, hey, the Pick Is In's kind of like a right field to the phone booth, but that's what we bring. We're different sports. Go check out like all your information, your news, just the truth. You know, politics, everything that's going on in the world. Check out Phone Booth live stream every Saturday. It's very entertaining as well.
Not only did we do a throwback to 6 months ago and how we've been kind of calling stuff before that goes down, but we also made some interesting predictions and had some conversations of things to come. Things to follow. So check it out. Go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com right here up above us. And there's a whole slew of podcasts, almost too many to name at this point. But it's a blast. Lots of great content coming up from those guys. Yes. So
not to cut you off, Laz, sorry, I missed your question. He has a question. We don't get too many of these. This is actually a real question. All right, so he's a Laz is a Raptors fan, being up in Canada. Greek Freak is the nickname for Giannis. I think they're on the list. I don't think they're at the top of the list from what I heard, but I think you guys do have a little bit of a shot to get him. He's going to be traded here in the next month, so hopefully some better things coming for your Raptors because you deserve it. You know, they always good supporter of their cities up there in Canada. Thank you, Laz.
There you go.
Phoneboothpodcast.substack.com, where you can check out the Philosopher King and his greatness.
Wednesdays at 7 p.m. EST.
That's right. God, I had a great time last week being on. Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys got to check out. We had a great conversation. Actually, did we even mention sports? We might have mentioned it once. But it definitely wasn't.
No, dude, like 1% sports.
Yeah, it was definitely just a conversation about a whole bunch of other really cool things and very important things. So good times, man. Very good times.
And then Check us out at by any chance we have the scroll up for our YouTube anywhere? Do I not see it on my screen? I know you had it up there last week. But
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
great. Check us out on YouTube, folks, at the Pick Is In podcast. Show us some love, drop us subscribe. We post our content the following day, usually on those platforms. But go give us a subscribe. That would mean the world to us. Thank you for the support. And we always got to promote them because it wasn't for phone booth, of course, we wouldn't be here. And Jonah, we have a game going on right now. It's 27-24. 4 minutes left in the game
Ooh,
between the Packers and the Bears and the wild card in game 2 today. Interesting.
that's wild. I don't think anybody would have predicted them being within 3 points. I mean, I
Just
called for them to win. They won. They've made 18 points in the fourth quarter.
yep.
18 in the fourth
You
quarter.
know, it's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
I didn't do it, Jonah. This number of the score came up to me earlier today.
27-24.
Yeah.
There you go.
Damn. Could have
Well,
been
we'll
good
see.
points yeah.
We'll
So
see.
I have a bet that's live, but I have a bet back token, so I got to pay attention because there's a chance it can hit, but there's a chance it's not. I can get my money back. So, but yeah, we got a game going on, and folks, no Snoop, no Bears. Sorry, Snoop, not here this week. Love you.
Well, so I'm a Bears fan.
ah,
I was born and raised in Chicago, so
yeah.
I picked the Bears to upset. Just from a sports betting perspective, I picked the Bears to upset today.
Oh man, that could
What's up,
happen,
Pooch? You're
brother.
a Patriot. What's up, brother?
Dude, my boy, fine, yeah. What's up, bro?
So yeah, I mean, so it's interesting. I think the Bears will pull out a win here. Um, I did pick Miami. I mean, I did pick the Rams to win tonight.
Yeah,
Obviously, they were heavy favorites. It
dude,
was not supposed to be that close of a game.
that was a great fourth quarter. That was an awesome game, actually. That was an
Yep,
awesome game.
yep. And so this will be very interesting to see how this one turns out. While we're kind of watching this game with this out of one eye, do you want to run through just? We'll pull up the recap first, and then go through some of the bets. You want to go through the bets and then read the recap?
Start off with the recap. Let's do that. Yeah,
All right.
let's start off with that.
So here we go.
All right, folks, this is our numbers for the week. Started off with last Saturday. Throw some NFL bets up on the show and NBA during the week. So posted this up. We had 7 winning bets this week on the post of the thread, which we're actually going to show you guys the actual show from last week with the comments where we post everything to give you a little bit more visual, eye see in and look at it. You can actually see what we put. But 7 winning bets. We did a lot of legs on our parlays, 130 and 20 in all legs. We actually lost money this week at 39.92 bands. Very transparent here. We're real. If we have a bad week, we're going to say it, but it's okay. It's all right. We had 7 hooks, Jonah, on bets. This could have been
Crazy.
this could have been a 3-band week if those bets would have hit. And the hooks, what I mean is you hit everything on your parlay for player props, and you're either 1 point, 1 yard, 1 rebound for the last guy. So 7 hooks, man. Broken record. The reads are there, so it could have been a massive week, but it's okay. It's all right. This week we're going to come back with fury because it is real NFL football. Week 18 is arguably one of the hardest ones to bet on. So since week 1, we show our numbers here. If you start off with $100, you're up $1,273. That's bands in my terms since week 1. So that is the recap of the show.
That's a pretty good return, eh?
Take it.
That's right. All right. So now we've also got here for you guys. We're going to show you like Heywood mentioned. So this is what it would look like when you do get to when on Twitter here. When you get to our post from last week, the show from last week, you'll see a lot of the bets here posted underneath. So let's talk through some of these.
Yeah, so NFL was not kind to us last week on the bets I posted. Very transparent. So I put literally the bet link, a picture of the bet, and whatnot, so you can see everything. So it's really easy. All you have to do is literally click on that blue link. It takes you straight to the sportsbook, and all you have to do is place your wager. I was wrong about Travis Kelsey. Uh, he has not made a comment on retirement yet, and no news on Taylor Swift. So far, I am not looking good on that prediction. But yeah, very transparent. So put the link, show the bet. So Jane Blue, I want to talk about this. He had 68 yards, and his last freaking carry, he got -3 yards.
So he
Ah,
had hit it basically, and then it was taken back.
yeah. So, or yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. I mistyped on the comment below. It's supposed to be 68, but yeah, Reed were there again, but yeah, lost that one. Put an X next to it. So NFL was not kind to us
That's
last week.
that's a particularly wicked type of hook
Yeah,
to give it to you and then take it away.
yeah. So some
I
books
know it's
actually,
not technically a hook because
right,
it's
right,
just a
right,
one-off bet,
right,
but you know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying.
Some books actually pay it out right when it happens. So
Ooh,
if that ever happens, folks, little teachings here. If you get the bet and it's already in your account, like FanDuel does, take it out, because there are such things as called rescinded bets, or if they lose it, they'll take the money back. Just take it out of the account. But yeah, yeah, and another wrong one here with the Bears. I was completely wrong on my reads last week, so lost money on this one. Very transparent. Show everything. Show the number amount. What we do. So yeah, NFL was not great to us. So I was completely wrong with that. As you could see. So I mean, if you have a boo button, Jonah, or a trumpet,
oh,
I deserve it.
yeah.
I definitely deserve it. Yep. Yep. I was believing in your Bears, brother.
There you go. I know, right?
A
They've don't trust me. They've let a lot of us down for a lot of years.
lot of years. A
So
lot of years.
welcome, sir.
All right. So this was the Steelers Ravens game. Henry smashed his yards total. Surprisingly, he didn't get in the end zone. Baltimore lost that game on a last-second missed field goal, which I have a video just for Jonah on that
Oh yeah.
later down the road in the show. But the Ravens had that game. This one looked really good early on, because I think he had a 47-yard run right away. So again, NFL was not freaking kind, and I looked like a fool.
Didn't I mean not really because they should have made that field goal.
He
But
should have.
didn't they fire
I think
Harbaugh after that?
2 days later. Yeah. So
That's insane. They
um,
won the game. If it wasn't for player
no,
error, they won the game.
correct, and a lot of pressure on his seat. So this is what I heard. I heard the quarterback Lamar went to the owner and said, "Him or me."
Oh wow.
So that's what I heard.
Shoot.
Harbaugh has a great freaking. He's the hottest coach right now, free agent wise. He's a great coach. His background there. He won a lot. Won a Lombardi. Honestly, I would love to have him here. That guy's one of the best coaches in the league. Just sucks that my owner's literally too cheap and won't spend the money, because he's going to demand a lot of money. But yeah, he did
Yeah.
get fired. He did.
Yep.
So,
All right. Next.
let's go down. We got more. We got quite a few. I got quite a few. We could scroll through them a little bit faster. So this was NBA. Pay attention to my NBA. You could just scroll through it, and I'll talk as I go, because I hit a lot of NBA this week. I put the link with the pictures, the number amount, live betting, and I show the numbers right there. It's easy peasy as far as getting it going. Every piece of our content, videos we put from the show, our YouTube, Substacks, all on here. So guys, this is a great tool. It's easy. Put your notice on. When I bet something, you like it, jump on it. So a lot of NBA here, which is great, which is really good. So NBA has been treating me very well lately. So
Yeah.
as you can see, John, all the bets were NBA this week.
Yeah. There you go.
Sorry, there's so many of them, but my goodness.
There you
But
go. And so many are like double or triple the $25 you put down.
yeah,
That's
just
great.
trying to be safe, win some
Good work,
money.
man.
Everything that's affiliated with the show, content, it's all on here, folks. So I'm trying to make it easy for everybody. So that's it for that. You want to close this one out? That'd be great. Packers just missed a field goal. It's still 27-24 Packers. Bears are about to get the ball. 2 minutes and 51
There we
seconds
go.
left. Ooh.
The fix is in, baby.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
see. I think they're going to march
Oh,
down and tie it up going to OT.
oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What's the over? What was the over under on this game to
Don't
start?
remember. I don't remember. I don't remember off the top. I don't. I should know. I don't think it was too high because there was a lot of snow at the beginning of this game. A lot of snow.
I remember the spread was a point and a half only,
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct.
but I don't remember what the over
So
under was.
the odds
Big.
on the money lines changed at 11 a.m. this morning from like a 104 to 111. I think somebody dropped like a couple $1 million on Green Bay in Vegas today to help move the line. That's a lot of loot. Could you imagine? My gosh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So Bears are
Pretty
driving
wild.
24-27. I just got text message from our special guest.
Yeah, looks like he's actually already in the studio here.
Folks, we have a special guest for you. Jonah, you excited to have this guy back?
Absolutely, had a blast chatting with him last time. Super honored that he's accepted the invitation to come back to celebrate Wild Card weekend.
Yes, yes. And on such short notice, by the way, which
Yeah.
I love him for. So, for his second round, back on the Pick Is In podcast, my boy got a lot of love for him, man. He's freaking excellent at what he does. He's got a lot of great info to give you. We could just bring him in and we'll show that video. My boy, Carter.
Mike?
Cheers. No good?
Oh, cheers. There you are. Now I hear you.
All right.
Cheers.
See, he
Cheers,
remembers.
gentlemen.
Cheers.
There you go. I still got to get with the program and
I
get my
know,
back
we
to
gotta
the
hook
future,
you. You know
Mark.
what?
Come
I have to get your address, dude. I'm going to hook you up for sure. Yeah.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Appreciate you guys having me. I am sweating this game right now. I
Uh-huh.
need. Remember that Komet? I don't know if you guys were watching, but Komet actually caught a 10-yard pass and then he fumbled it and they called it incomplete. So that would have cashed me for like 400 and something. So I'm sweating that. And Loveland's getting all the action right now. But we've had a good night, man. We've had a good night.
Yes,
Yeah,
you have.
had a
You've
good
had a
night.
great day,
I
brother.
love it. I love
Yeah,
it,
man.
man.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Absolute pleasure, man. Yeah.
Dude, it's awesome, to have you back.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for being here on such short notice, by the way.
Dude, that's what happens when you're old and you like hang out with your family and like watch football and like, play video games. So I'm good, man. I appreciate it. Yeah.
See, he beat us to it. He even cheers before we did.
Oh.
I know.
Oh,
Right?
did I
No,
jump the
that's
gun?
great.
My
I
wife
love
says
it.
I do that all the time, so I'm
love
kind of
it.
used to it by now.
I love it. So, have you used your bet back token today?
I actually have not, dude. In fact, I'm riding it right now.
Me too. I'm riding one right now too.
So that's what I'm waiting on this Komet catch for. Because if this gets to, and I keep checking the line at like every play. It doesn't look like he's going to get action this late in the game. So I'm probably going to end up using it. But yeah, I was fortunate the first game. Hit 3 bets for about 1,000 profit. Then just hit one for 100 here. Hit one for 80. So yeah, it's been a great night, man. It's been awesome. So
that's awesome,
Mr. Reed.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna see. Actually, you know what? I'm probably gonna end up using this thing in a minute. So thanks for reminding me, bro.
Yeah. No problem. No problem.
In fact, I'm tempted. I know we got 2 minutes left. So we just keep an eye on it. I've got it queued up in case, but if we want to bring up the game cast, if it's down to like the last few seconds, we can kind of
put it up for the folks.
Put it up.
Yeah,
we can't do live. I mean, I can't do live video, but I could do the game cast at least. Well,
yeah, they're on the 48 driving 2nd and 4. I need a field goal here, so that'd be nice.
Okay, so real fast, Carter. I rode one of my friends, Nick Wilcox's bet. It was like 9 legs, 25 for 1,500, and I haven't used my no sweat, my bet back, but like 90% of it's there. So yeah, let's cash big tonight,
dude. Let's cash, man. That'd be awesome.
I
love the sweats, man. I love it when it's like close like that. I was getting angry at Caleb because he had all this motion, and I'm like, oh man, he's such a dude that just needs to like learn how to grow in the moment. And then all of a sudden he like grew in the moment. And I was like, dude, that's what I love about football. You know what I mean? It's like the roller coaster, you're like seeing this dude like yelling at his team. And then all of a sudden he's like inspiring his team. It's pretty cool to watch him come back. I got no dog in the fight. I mean, I got Komet. Komet's my dog. So I need 1 reception, dude. That's it. That's all I need, dude.
Oh, let's do it right here. Good mojo in the world.
For sure.
Good mojo.
So I actually pulled up, since we're not on YouTube. We can probably get away with this since we're only streaming to X. But I have through Amazon Prime. I have the game live. If we wanted to watch it with the people here, I could pull
You know
it up.
what?
If it gets down to the wire and it's like close to
Yeah,
the Bears actually taking care of it,
we could do that. I'll just edit it out for YouTube tomorrow. So yeah, because
Look at you.
there's restrictions. I hate that.
I mean, this is game-winning drive.
Yeah.
Potentially game pushed into overtime drive,
Oh, yeah,
potentially
man.
game-winning.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
let's do
yeah.
this.
Carter,
Have ourselves a little Manning cast while we're sitting here. Let's do it.
yeah, it's different.
Let's
It's
do
fun.
this.
Like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight, but I'm glad you know what?
I did. I had
I
Packers
like
money line
the.
and one lay. So
What's that?
I had Packers money line and one lay. It's all right.
Did you?
It's all right.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Didn't you have Carolina plus? What did you get them at 10.5 or something today?
Yeah, that was one of the legs. Got that.
I like that. I think that was strong, but that was a good game too. Carolina came to play, man.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Well, when you look, again, I think we talked last time, but I got my little book, and my little book says to me that like Carolina's great against a lot, dude. It's like especially the tight end, and Rams run that 13 all the time, man. 3 tight ends, and they came out heavy. 3 tight ends consistently in that game. They were just able to kind of capitalize, But yeah, it was good.
I love it.
All right.
So, shoot, we want to. Can we share screens and maybe show some of your magic today? And you don't have to give all your nuggets to the people, but just some good thoughts and reads about teaching and stuff like that with what you saw today. You don't mind maybe pulling that up? We could do like a share screen. That'd be very
Yeah,
cool.
it's funny because it's kind of like especially during playoffs, I lean more on. So for NBA, I'm definitely not a historical guy anymore. Like I used to be a historical guy. Haywood, as you know, like, hey, he's been able to do X over Y, so we can do it again. But now I'm like, what do my eyes show me and what's happening in that game? And then you go back to the history. With NFL, it's kind of different, right? I'm like, all right, I like to play receptions, length of receptions. So 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards. That's kind of my go-to. And then receptions, like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, and then I parlay everything together. And that's kind of what I look at. And traditionally, like how many times this guy achieved 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards. And then I start backing into, so I cap the defense. Like, what is the defense bad at? What position? All right. And normally then I back into, all right, what's the offense good at? But in the playoffs, it really comes down to me on terms of players. So like today, I guess I'll share. Where do I share here? Share media. That me?
Oh, yep.
Share media. Oh no, that's just let me share files. How do I share my screen in here, bud?
I think towards the bottom you can see share screen.
Got it. Yep, I got it. Got it.
And anyway, it's cool just to show the game. Good job, Jonah, on that call. Bears rolling on to the next round. So go ahead, Carter. Platform is yours, brother.
All right, so this is the bet we were just sweating. So this is a plus 343. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 legs. So this is a reception one. So Komet's caught a catch. So I'll just give you what I do, right? So I look at each guy. I go one by one, especially in the playoffs. I go to every wide receiver. I go to every tight end. I go to every running back, right? I'm not interested in running back yards. I could care less about rushing. I only play receptions, and I only play like receiving yards. So I dive in. So in this case, like Komet, in the past 5 games, he's got 2, 2, 2, 2. He's been targeted 3, 3, 3, 4, and 3. So to me, him having 1 obviously was kind of a no-brainer. He did have 1. It wasn't a fumble. It wasn't incomplete. It was BS. But anyway, so I put him down for 1. Of course, that kind of hooked us. But like for Burden, Burden's been kind of the go-to guy. Dunze's can kind of drop it off. So Burden. So I go to ESPN, and I literally get granular with each stat. And then I go through and I actually look and I open up like the last 2 or 3 games and I look at kind of what the sequences are. How many times was he targeted right away? Because the mistakes that I always used to make was like, especially live betting for NFL was like, oh, he's getting targeted 2 or 3 times right now. Hold on, I got to log back in. But then I realized,
how it does that all the time.
oh, dude. especially when you're sharing screens.
All right.
Murphy's Law, right?
Of course, dude. It's all good. All right, so we're back, right? You can see it.
Yes, sir.
So you
All
look at
right.
receptions, that's your main thing, and you look at what they've been doing for you lately, not really historically against a corner, a coverage, or the team, correct?
Yeah, I don't really look at coverage. I got a lot of dudes in my betting groups that are like, "Oh, but he's playing against Sauce and this and that and blah blah blah, and this is what people have done against Sauce." I'm looking at, if I'm and I'm not smarter than anybody, but I'm thinking an offensive coordinator can find a way to get their number one to where they need to be, whether they line them up, slightly in the backfield, where they put them in the slot, where they move them the other side. Like they're going to get them to where they want. They're not always going to sit there and go, "Oh, he's going up against Sauce every single time. We're just going to accept it as that's the way it's going to be." At least I'd be moving him around trying to get him open. So I'm not as concerned about that. I'm looking at what they've done historically and then what that defense has done against that position for the entire season. I throw out the last two games because to me that's minutia. I don't really care because it's the end of the year.
Right.
And then I kind of look at where they've been weak. So this is one that I hit earlier. So this is Loveland for 10, Dunze for 10, Burden for 10, Dobbs for 10, and Watson for 10. To me, this is kind of no-brainer stuff. I don't know why a lot of people don't really play these because, Colson Loveland's got a 10-yard catch in every single game,
Yep.
For the last 6 games. Same thing with Burden, right? Dunze we had to sweat, and he dropped a 29-yard one, a 22-yard one. We sweated him a little bit. Dunze only's got like 1 or 2 catches per game, so that was the sweat in this one. Dobbs is kind of a no-brainer, and Watson obviously could have been him down for 20 or 30, right?
Very just real fast.
So a lot of people don't want to play. But
a lot of people don't want to play reception, longest receptions or break them down. This is a good tool. Very good tool.
It's hard to find. So, go ahead, bro.
And you're right. Like on DraftKings and other sites, it's just a regular reception line for longest. You can't adjust it to 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, and what I like on FanDuel, and let's actually look at FanDuel here real quick.
Yeah.
Come in, let's go to tomorrow's game. Tomorrow's game's like Buffalo. First of all, I always use desktop. So don't get me started on FanDuel and how on a mobile app there's like 9 ways to get into a game and how they disguise and hide some stats inside that and you can't find them, especially in NBA. It's really deceptive practices, and I think that we should sue their asses, but we'll talk about that later. So go to receiving props, right? And then come down here to there's your 10-yard, your 15, 20, and 30-yard. And then once you open them up, I don't sit there and go, I don't look at the odds. I could care less what the odds are. I just look at historically what they've done. And if you don't know that Parker Washington has literally got a 30-yard pass in, I think, the last 4 or 5 games, that plus 230, that is money in the bank, right? I'm not going to put it on the record, but if you want to bet for me for tomorrow, right, Parker Washington, 20-yard reception, slam it. Put as much as you possibly can on that bad boy because that's money. So that's kind of what I do. I go through, I look historically what they've accomplished. I look per game. And then, like Myers has got a 20-yard, I think, and I don't have my notes on this one in front of me, but 3 or 4 games.
I think it's Thomas, 4 straight games.
Is it?
Yeah.
And here's your surprise, right? Kincaid is actually, let me look real quick. You guys can fill in the dead spot while I do this if you want. But.
You're fine. It's very, very
so
interesting tool that
I'm back on ESPN. I'm probably still sharing the other screen, but I'll go to ESPN. So if I come down here to, so I'm on ESPN, another screen. I'm looking at Kincaid. And Kincaid's longest reception in the last 5 games is 26, 0, 24, 20, and 20. So for me, I would put him under 15. I would put him for 15 yards, right? And then if we look at Knox, and I think Knox is the dude that kind of shines. Yeah, 17's as long as 15's as long as 10, 19, and 32. So I'd put him down for 10. So honestly, if you want something that's positive, hold on, give me a second here.
No problem.
I can't find my screen.
Parker Washington has been doing very good lately with that. It's very sleeper-esque. Not many people think that. Actually, Carter, I think you and I are the only people I've met that bet on reception yardage as far as
Really?
10, 15, 20. Yeah, like out of
I
both
think
bets.
I think it's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, I had 4 bets of them today. Do you know what I mean?
Money.
So,
Pre-game,
game,
homework.
pre-game homework. All right. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this out. We're going to take Kincaid, and let's see, it wasn't Kincaid. It was Knox. We're going to take Knox for 230. So there you go. You got a plus 138. I got a bonus bet. I'm going to stick that bad boy on there, and I'm betting it live right now, so you know that I bet it. So we booked that with a bonus bet, $100 bonus bet, plus 138. And so you got, let's open it up here. I got Parker Washington for 20 yards and Dawson Knox for 10. So when that bangs,
Not
and you
bad.
guys go, I
Not
should have
bad.
bet that. I should have bet that. There it is.
I should have tailed him. I should have tailed him.
But yeah, I just use ESPN. I use the tools in front of me. I used to run an algorithm. I used to sit there and crunch. I paid $250 a month for the Chat GPT plugin that would start learning what I'm doing. And it's just like, honestly, I go back to old school. Like, again, I'm 55. I like to see shit in front of me, but I look at the tools that are out there. And the tools that are out there for me right now are literally I can look at every stat from every game, every throw, every snap, and it's right here. I just have to figure out what I want to look at, and then I go
Yeah.
back into.
Huh. Nice.
So, like, if you look at Parker, so we bet Parker. So, what was his longest? Right? You're gonna fall off the chair, dude. So, in the last 5 games, his last game was 29. This is a reception, one reception, 29 yards, 37 yards, 63 yards, 33 yards, and 26 yards. So, betting him for 20, if not a 30-yard reception, it seems to me like it's almost like duh. And I watch these games in real time. I like watching the Jags because I just like the fact that they're tossing the ball a lot and it's long and there's
They're
a lot of
really
air yards.
they're really coming together the second half of the season with that coaching staff and that offense. It took a while, but yeah, they're balling. What, won 7 to 8? Parker Washington is the over the top deep threat for the guys for
Yep.
the team. So excellent.
Love
Yeah,
it.
and everybody kind of goes to and says, you know what, it's Jacoby, and it is Jacoby. Like he's the dude that's going to catch the balls, right? But at the end of the day, the guy that's going to stretch is Parker. So yeah, I'll show you one more bet, and then we can kind of move off this crap if you want to. But so that's NBA. So here's a nice one. This was the one I just hit. So this was
Look at this one,
100 to
Jonah.
win 827. So that was a plus 727 that I hit earlier today.
Ooh.
So again, I went through what has Puka done over the last 5 games. If you really want to know what Puka's done, great TV here, but Puka.
Don't need to look it up, folks. We got Carter here.
No, but it's important to me because, and this is where I kind of get in the zone, like don't bother me shit. Like he's got 10, 5, 12, 9, and 7 receptions in the last 5 games. So 5 to me is a no-brainer, right? You come down to Leggett. Leggett is your weak link here. He hasn't been targeted a lot, so he has like 1, 2, 1, 1, 0. Like, so putting him in there was kind of like, all right, I can juice up the odds a little bit. Parco, right? So they're running their 13 a lot, meaning one running back, 3 tight ends a lot. So Parco, he's been getting a lot of action. So when you start looking at Parco's action, he's got 4, 6, 2, 5, and 3. All right. Devontae's coming back off injury, so I didn't play him for more than 3. He had 5.
Okay.
Tremble's been active, but 1 is safe. McMillan's you're kind of like, we know that he gets targeted a shitload, but it's still a lot of drops, and sometimes he only has 2 receptions. So I think it started off at 3 receptions. That's why I played him for yards, because it started at 3 receptions. Now, I don't know how many receptions he had. He probably covered 3 receptions, but 25 was safe because looking at everything he's done over the past 5 games, he's covered 25. Coker, everybody sleeps on Coker. You saw him kind of having a coming out party today. He's the man. He's like Higgins on Houston. Everybody sleeps on Higgins. Everybody sleeps on Coker.
Very good comparison.
Yeah, dude, it really is, right? Those dudes get a lot of action. And then, Kyron, he's got 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. So for me to go 2, I wanted to juice up the odds a little bit. So yeah, that paid out 827. That was the biggie
Love
today.
that. Love that.
And that's all pre-game. It's just research, man. Thank you.
Well played, sir. Well played.
I don't know. We need all that, but I appreciate it.
So it's funny because my, I have a very different take. As you know, I appreciate the hustle, the focus, the number analytics and stuff. But it's interesting because one of the many reasons that I went for that I thought the Bears would upset is because. So one of the things is one of our guests making plays, Chris from Vegas. He was talking about how he plays numerology like gematria into the results, And so for me, Matt LaFleur picked up his 46th loss, and he's now 3-6 in the playoffs. Chicago is 46 numerologically, and Bears are 36. So you have both of those numbers. If you were to lose today, both of those numbers were hit, So it's kind of like, is it enough to put money on the game? No, but it's one of a Maria of data points.
Yeah, and the 46 defense started there. That's another one.
There you go.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I see where a lot of, again, and I'm never going to knock any way that anybody wants to look at Cap. I mean, trust me, crazy shit happens. You were explaining this the last time we were on, and you know what? It's true. It's just, I think I kind of realized something, Hayward. I was bawling in the beginning of NBA, right? And then I started looking and trying to find these like you're talking about, what am I missing? Is there something in here? And then it's kind of your relationship with money too. I think a lot of people forget about their relationship with money. The bills are paid, people are comfortable, you're willing to kind of be a little more risky, right? When things are tighter and kids got to go to college or this got to be paid, you squeeze your decisions a little bit. And I think I was squeezing my decisions a little bit rather than kind of free balling a little bit and coming back to it. So any way that anybody wants to cap a game, as long as the goal is to make money. But I think a lot of people forget about the relationship with money that they have when they go in to sit down to bet. It's just like anything. When you're ready to go into a game, what's your mindset going into a bet? And I think a lot of people need to sometimes take not even a timeout for the day, just take 15 seconds, 20 seconds, refocus, because sometimes you're punching keys based off of need. Shit, I got to play this 16 leg bullshit plus 18. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people do that. And I think a lot of my loss had come from the chase or the need or the bad mind frame. And maybe that's the old guy, just 50-year-old dude looking at shit a little different, but It's true, right?
Absolutely.
Good stuff, brother. Good stuff. Love it. Man. I got a video I want to show the folks for my boy Carter to give him a little bit of love. I made a video the other day, and it was very strong, especially if you're on the social platform of Twitter and all.
This is me yelling about clicks and likes. Oh yeah, this is. I had a bad day.
No, but you make good points.
I should have not have picked up the video camera on this day, dude.
You make good points with all the bad stuff that's on Twitter. There is a lot of bad stuff. So, but you make good points, and I want to show it. So go ahead.
All right, cool. Thanks. What's up, party people? It's your boy Carter, and this is the Odds Are podcast, and it is 2026. And we took a break from making content because we don't need to make content every day because we don't need clicks. And this isn't our full-time job. I don't need to just sell you something or tell you some bullshit to keep you engaged. When I want to make content, I make content, and hopefully it helps you. And that's what it's about, man. And that's kind of what's happening in 2026 for me. So much noise on the internet. The internet just sucks, man. Twitter sucks. Hey, Grok, put me in a bikini. Hey, take out the pedophile. This is fucking bullshit. All right? So sports is becoming like that. Gambling is becoming like that. People just want clicks. Clicks. How do I get clicks? How do I monetize my account? And they're giving out crap. Like, not everyone, but a lot of people. I got to make content. I got to make content. I got to make content. I got to give you shit. I got to give you crap. It's kind of like, what am I ingesting? What am I taking in? There's so few like good influencers or accounts anymore. There's so few like people that are putting out like good information. Good information. Maybe that's it. Maybe I qualify good information as something that helps me win bets or be a better person or be better spiritually or healthy. Like, I'm looking for those accounts. I'm craving those Gary V accounts, those accounts that just help me be a better human, right? Or learn more about business, or be more healthy in my approach to life. Like, and I don't see that a lot in sports. I see a lot of infighting. I see a lot of bullshit. I see a lot of like, even gambling accounts now are like, show 4 pictures. Who's the best athlete? Like, you're just click farming. Like, you just, like, I don't get it. Like, that's not content that I want to consume. So I've been off social media for a while, especially on the sports side, because it just, I don't find anything. I don't find anything that's really like insightful. And I think that's it, man. As a human, as a guy in my 50s, I'm craving knowledge. I'm craving like being better. And I'm also craving giving. Like, I need to give more. Like, I've got a whole life of experience. I got 30 plus years of business, 35 years of business and success and failure. Failure made my success, right? Learning from failure. So I'm trying to give a lot more back. So here's what I promise you in 2026. I'm going to try to give content, not every day, when I have something to say. And when I feel it can help you be a better human. I think that's paramount to being a better, but also to be a better, right? And how to make more money, right? And I've learned some stuff over the break, right? And I want to teach you what I've learned, because I went through a
You're
massive
making me uncomfortable.
upslope, like just
I hate
killing it,
watching
and then came down.
down.
And I came down because I wasn't learning. I was just resting on my laurels, doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that's not growing, right? So I had to go back and I had to learn why I was down here again to get back up here again, right? So I kind of went through one of these, and that's gambling in general. That's almost life in general.
Anyway, you have to stop.
I'm Carter. This is the Odds Are podcast. Yeah, I'm trying to be positive.
You want to stop
this
it?
year. I just, it's been really hard with a lot of the shit that's coming out on social media and that's happening.
That's a little long, but there's a lot of great points in what you're saying, brother. There was a lot of great points.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I just, again, it's old man, get off my lawn. I mean, that's my character, but I really mean it. It's like, I've watched the gambling space for the past, few years turn into click farming, and it's like, and it's not what it used to be in terms of, because a lot of people, I mean, it's social media, right? It's easier to hate than love. And people will sit there and rip you apart for anything. And I get that. But now it's like, how do I get impressions and how do I get engagement? And I've watched these influencer accounts that like I used to really, I wouldn't say depend on, but get knowledge from. That I ain't gonna read all that, like, I'm happy for you. I'm sorry that happened to you, whatever. Like, it's like that dude worked his ass off to give you that knowledge and to really like give it, in a way that's insightful. And he's turned into, there's 4 pictures here, who is the greatest athlete of his time? And just, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, because people want the check. People want to like, I don't know if they want to be the influencer or they just want the money, but it's kind of the deterioration of gambling where it's like, and now it's infighting, and now like there's a whole subculture of like, I'm going to track your bets, and that's fine. I think everybody should be tracking their bets. Right? And I think that people should be open about tracking their bets. And kudos to you guys for doing that shit, because I think that's really important. But I also see, that's somebody's livelihood now to cap on somebody else because they're just, not hitting. And it's like, and that's deterioration. If somebody's capping on you all day, then you're going to lose interest. I don't know, man. It's incestuous in a way. It just pisses me off. So I just have seen that a lot. And I see that a lot with betting just kind of not being what it used to be. And that's probably everything. Everything's growing and changing. And, maybe I'm not. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need to change,
No, you don't need to change, brother. You're great. You're great. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being you. That's what makes you you. And you love to give back. So People, go follow Carter. Listen to his stuff because he has great stuff to give you, not just freaking clicks and wanting to blow up. He's not on here for it. He's just got great perspective on life. He'll make you a damn way better. He's helped me immensely over the last few years, immensely, and he's. I love promoting him. He's just a good dude.
Yeah.
So
So follow him on Odds Are podcast.
that's right.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I
Absolutely.
definitely appreciate the shout out, and yeah, I feel like Hayward, you're one of the good people, man, and we talked about it last time. If people are open, then they're gonna receive, and if people are closed, they're not gonna get, and it's like.
Yep.
I like to be around people that want to receive and want to learn and want to grow, and I could care less red, blue, what side of the aisle. If you're ready to like be a better person and learn, hell, man, some really smart people in the betting community that have a lot of information, like you're talking about right now, against what coverage would you run here, or what play would you run? I have no fucking idea, man. I honestly,
I did call those last two plays that did
you
verticals.
did
That's
call
what
those
happened.
and I used to coach flag football, and the guy that I used to coach with, he actually was a quarterback at South Carolina,
Okay.
and he started QB1. And he would get mad at me because I would not know what he. And we're talking 7-man football, dude.
Right.
Like 13-year-old kids,
Right.
right? He's mad at me that I'm not like realizing where the lapse in coverage is, or this or that. I'm just like, hey, here's our star athlete, and we just need to get him the ball.
Get him
Like,
the ball.
dude, I could like line him up in the backfield because I know the fat kid's going to get on him if he comes out of the backfield. If we do a 3-second delay, like he's going to get the ball to it. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
You know all that? That's
Right.
definitely something I could learn and be better at.
That's one thing I play quarterback. Madden is a huge tool for reading what you watch, and like without using the real app in front of my friends at all, like just looking at it and hanging out with
Yeah.
them, I'll call plays. I remember the Rams Cardinals game a few years ago, playoff game. I'm with like 10 of my friends, and I called like 15 straight plays from the Cardinals without knowing what the hell, just looking at what I'm seeing and them adjusting. That's all. This is what I would do, and it happened. It's just a thing I have. It's just a thing.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny you mention that because now I'm looking at the real app, and like I said, I'm looking at the formations. So especially during timeouts or in commercials, like I'll go in and I'll look at what the plays were that were successful and where my guy that I need to catch was lined up. So yeah, I'm starting to learn and kind of more focus. And dude, I've been following football since I, old enough to walk. I'm from Boston. Like we're born and bred. You know what I mean? It's we're Celtics, Bruins, Patriots, Red Sox, Revolution to the death, right? So at the end of the day, it's like I've been around football and I understand every single concept about that, but I have never really looked at that kind of matchup or how they're playing or what the real coverage is. And, and even watching kind of NFL Live, like this show that's on, and I forget the guys, but they break down the film, right? And they're like, they're in a 3, receiver dagger concept with a, 2-form shell underneath with a front line that's going to drive. And it's like,
what the hell?
I am starting to geek out on that now because I'm starting to like learn that, and I don't want to give myself too much information when I'm betting, but it's starting to realize where the holes are and where it can help.
Right. Like Jonah, this is kind of interesting. So like each team has their own playbook. It's 500 to 700 pages, and each play is like minimum 9 words up to 27 words. And it's like zebra right, trips left, 45 on 4 or on 3. Excuse me, break.
Right.
Like we got each call, each signal that is said is for a position on the field. And some coaches are gnarly. Like John Gruden had like it was like 25, 30 words each play. You're like, what, coach? Just simplify this. Too much. It's too much.
Well, then I mean, like everybody remembers. I mean, I think quarterbacks have that armband where they flip open the,
it helps.
Read.
You need it.
But how does the receiver remember that? Like, how can you remember a 14? I'm being honest. Like, how can you remember a 14-word play?
Each group has its own verbiage. Like offensive line has like if it's a vowel, or if it's like a state, or like each position group. So if you're a running back, you're not listening to the full thing. You're just listening for your number or your state, whatever that verbiage is, that falls in lines with that. So that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah,
Well, and
it's crazy.
yeah, it's interesting too because I think shoot, his name slipped me right now, but Colts.
Peyton Manning.
Thank you.
He
I don't know
changed the
why
game. He changed the
he's one of my
game.
favorites of all time. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name, but the way that he would just read the defense and audible every single or hot route, every single play, he would build the play from the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah, the maturity. I mean, you see it now in some quarterbacks too, and not to say that Drake May is, but to see them get to the line and start to be able to change the play based upon that, I think that's impressive shit. That's when you know that somebody's growing as a player and learning the position. But I love when the receiver is supposed to be in the slot. Like Brady used to be, dude, Edelman, get
over there. Get your ass over there.
I know that. And then you get all angry at the end, like, I don't know how you cannot figure this out. He's on the sidelines. Like, you've been in the same offense with the same terminology for 9 years and you can't figure out.
Brady was a nut insane about work ethic and film study, and he knew every position's playbook. Like, half of the quarterback is mind. It really is. You can
I think that's important in any, in business, right? So I'm a businessman. I'm involved in a bunch of business. Like, I wouldn't say I'm Brady by any means, but dude, there has to be the nut. There has to be the crazy dude that holds people accountable and knows that I cannot step over that line or I'm going to get lit the fuck up. Do you know what I mean? Like, it has to. And Brady was that guy with professional athletes that have been coddled, 5-star athletes their whole life since they're 12, 13. And then Brady is literally dragging them by the ear like auntie and putting them where they're supposed to be and then patting them on the back when they're good. It's it's pretty impressive, that kind of rapport. And maybe you still see it. You still see Aaron Rodgers and the old heads kind of do that stuff, but you don't see it as much anymore in terms of that willingness to self-correct people in real time. And I feel like that's what makes people successful, whoever they are, in business and life and trading and sports,
Right. So, I mean, that's why I got the best co-host in the business, folks. The mind right here.
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Yeah, I love the playoffs, man. I'm so stoked we're here.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
What do you guys get tomorrow? What do you got? What are you looking at, Haywood? What do you like?
Yeah, that's a great question. Haywood, you want to start us off?
Because I need to follow you.
All right. What time is it, Jonah?
Let's see.
I didn't mean to produce.
No, you're fine. Actually, there is one other video that we want to show about Baltimore that missed field goal before we get to that, because that's a fun one.
Yeah, we'll do the betting segment after that. This is so I got this. I found this video just for you, Jonah. I immediately thought of you.
Of course.
I immediately, but bro, it kind of, kind of angers me. I'm not gonna lie.
So I showed you because I can see from it says Lamar speaks NFL rigged magnets. That's the caption, right?
Yep.
Now, I've talked about magnets for a while. In our pilot episode, I talked about magnets, and actually I showed footage of balls that looked like they were headed for the uprights, making a hard turn, or balls that looked like they were going to miss, just kind of gently redirecting into the uprights. But then it's in hockey too. Like, I showed up overhead where a puck had beat the goalie and then made a 45-degree angle turn to miss the goal, right? From overhead shot, you can't miss it. It's not like there was like there's no other explanation for that. A puck traveling that fast, right? Anyways.
I saw this and I thought of you. This is Lamar Jackson after that game where their season ended.
Looked like something just beautiful, bro. Off the goal. It was no wind,
bro. That game was a war of attrition.
Like something just beautiful, bro.
Okay, I gotta say something. This going back to rookie year when we played y'all. When the game was about to get tied, right? It looked like something just beautiful, bro.
Well, he's been
off the goal
uprights during the course of the game.
The extra point, bro.
It's like
I said, I gotta be a
swing right there. That thing just sliced to the right.
Restart the game.
Look at his face. He's like,
I'm like, bro, it was no win,
bro. That game was a war of attrition.
The extra point for Boswell.
That's wild.
That is wild.
I mean, when you
But
see the first,
I am going to err on the on the contrarian. You guys are going to hate me.
No, I mean
the first second or two off his foot, it looks like it's perfect kick, and then it just starts moving to the right inexplicably.
I'm not a conspiracy guy until I hear players talk like that.
You know what? It's like, to me, it's physics. The dude hit the ball, right? And the way he probably came through, right? Drove it in a direction. And by the time the physics caught up with the spin and where it's supposed to go, like, all right, that's why the trajectory went that way. But I'm not a physical expert. I don't know, whatever that is. I didn't go to MIT.
One of the things that is compelling to me in stories like this is when you see the look on his face, because he knew, like, a guy who's kicked that many balls knows if he kicked it well or if he kicked it poorly. Like, if he were to be like, oh man, I can't believe what an idiot, right?
Yeah,
like that would be one thing. But he looked at it like he had seen it in a UFO. He was like, "What the?" You know.
Now I put a lot of value and merit in that. That's 100% true, because at that position
he knows. Yeah,
I'll give you that. So that's worth, again, you check those boxes, right? So that's worth opening up and digging into, like how it happened, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy though to see that.
Crazy.
So notes for next year, if just from that. So I got a noted week 18 playoff winner go home scenarios. Keep that in mind when betting the underdog, going to a game and what the NFL might want. So just a little note,
It'd be interesting to see where a majority of the capital was in that game. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think that's important, right? Where's the money? And where are the sharps and what's happening there, right?
Yeah.
Somebody smarter than me, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they're like, when you come in early, that's the time to bet, or right before the game, because that's when the sharps are going to hit it, and that's when the line's moving. And Heywood, you know this much better than me because you're sports gambling line guy. I'm player props guy. So, but yeah,
100%.
that would be interesting to see where all that money's at, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was telling Jonah, I don't know if I said it when you're on, but like one of my breaks at work real quick, I look at the lines for the Green Bay game, and I looked at it a couple hours later, and it's not like the spread changed, but the money line odds changed a little bit in a way, and I found out on an update that somebody dropped like $5 million in Vegas on Green Bay.
There's you'll geek out on this, and this will probably help you too. If you go on Twitter, and there's I'll get you the account's name, but it tracks all the big bets that come in.
Yeah, I would love that.
So I get alerts of all the big bets that come in. It's mostly overseas money on soccer teams. A lot of Saudi money comes in big on soccer teams. And when you see that, I was listening to a bunch of dudes that are, soccer heads, and they're all like, when I watch those big money come in from UAE or Saudi or whatever, I know that I gotta follow that bet. But big bets will come in on NBA. Like somebody will drop $190,000 on some game, and you're just like, whoa. What is that? I'm going to find it. While you guys are talking, I'm going to find this account. You guys will geek out on this.
I love it. Yeah. So, I agree. And I think it's interesting because a friend of mine who's he's probably mid to upper 80s at this point. He's been around a long time, sports betting for a long time. He played football in college, he's on a varsity team, like in high school. Like he's an athlete all his life, and he loves the sport of football. Once he realized, and he just believes that he always rants against good old Roger Goodell, and he's just like, what, he should be in prison, but he's 100% convinced it's all rigged. And but he always talks about, and he's got an old friend of his in Vegas who'll call him once in a while. And before that Bears comeback a couple weeks ago against Green Bay before that comeback, his buddy called him from Vegas, and he said,
somebody dropped a bunch of money.
95% of money coming in over the last 20 minutes has been heavy on Packers. He's like, so push against it. that bear comeback. And so he did. But like that's crazy. But he'll get an occasional call from his buddy. I'd like to have a friend like that in Vegas.
Right.
Where do I sign up?
Doing the Stella tonight, I see, Jonah.
That's right. Yeah.
Your vineyard in the backyard, a little dry.
What's that?
You got a vineyard up there?
That's right. Yep. I know. I actually live in wine country, Carter. Here in North Georgia. I didn't even realize North Georgia was wine country.
Yeah, I would have never thought that
until I moved here from Chicago.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, there's just vineyards all over. I'm like, I've
Really?
never even heard of a wine from Georgia, but it's all really good. I mean, most of it's really good stuff.
Is it the climate, or is it what's the?
Yeah, we're in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, so it's it's all that, kind of the mountainous, and we're kind of in this because we have the mountains of Tennessee and then the Appalachian Mountains over in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of creates this little haven where it breaks up a lot of the weather, a little heavier weather patterns. And they doesn't really make it past the ridges there. So you have like a much more temperate climate here. It's pretty cool.
Gotcha. Interesting. So are you heavy into wine? Or are you like?
Probably I go to a winery probably almost every weekend.
Do you really?
So, yeah. I like to do
awesome.
the wine tastings, but also there's this one winery not far from me where I can sit there on the back patio, sip a glass of wine, read a book as the vineyard, the hills covered in the vineyard, the vineyard hills roll away from me. And then I see the tree line. I mean, it's just like paradise, just all this green. It's wonderful. It's like the best way to end a day, stressful at work or whatever, a stressful work week, is just sipping some, Cabernet.
I've never been a wine guy. I'll try. I'll try sometime.
The beautiful thing about it is whatever your taste preference is, there's something for you. Whether you like sweet or bitter or dry, whether you like something thick, real with a lot of body, or something like a little more thin and light, it's all there, buddy.
You're talking about wine, right?
That's right.
I'm like, are you talking about wine?
You should do a wine episode on your show, Jonah.
You should, dude.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Oh, then you'll have everybody capping on you because, this guy doesn't know wine like I know wine.
Yeah, all the wine snobs. Yeah. Well, what's funny is
about betting, and they're like, these guys don't know anything about line movement.
When you were, what's funny is when you said you're talking about wine, right? It's funny because like when you swirl the wine in a red glass of wine or something like that, right? The way that the wine kind of sticks to the side of the glass as it kind of pulls back down, you can still see. That's called the legs.
Yep.
So I was like, I said, this wine has great legs. You're like, he kind of leans into that. You're talking about wine, right?
We're talking about a parlay. That's what we're talking about. Legs.
Yeah, right? There you go. Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
Okay, so
Carter,
did you have that?
Before going to show me the money, Carter, you got anything prepared for tomorrow?
I concentrated all my energies really on today. Okay. I know that tomorrow, just quick looks. I'm talking less than an hour. It's like there's a lot of defense playing tomorrow, and so I really got to find, Buffalo's weak against longer passes, which is why I did like Washington right there, but I haven't really dived into it too much. I know that Buffalo gives up a lot of catches to the running back, so I think that ATN may get a little bit of backfield catches, but I got to dive in, bro.
Agree.
But I know you have.
Yeah, but I got some more research and some final stuff. But I like the running backs in that game a lot. Actually. I see both of them eating. I don't think it has the potential to be a shootout, but I think it's going to be on the underside of, lower scoring than normal, because I think it's going to be a little bit of defenses. But I see running game because Jacksonville, in order to win, they got to run the ball, keep Buffalo off the field, and vice versa as well. These are two potential lethal offenses, in my opinion. Even Buffalo without a receiver. Josh Allen at his ceiling makes any offense elite. So we'll see which Josh Allen shows up. That has a lot to do with it. I like the Parker Washington. Just thinking off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I am going to build a single game for this. People paying attention to the show. I don't have too much to the show me the money part, which is the betting segment, because I already posted my bets for today. As like you said, Carter, my energy was for today, but I'm definitely going to do an SGP for this game. If you dial it up right, it could be very good.
And as a reminder, based on just kind of spinning off what Haywood just said, as you saw earlier, we showed you all the bets that were posted underneath the episode. So Haywood's already put some bets out there for today, tomorrow. So watch the comments underneath this episode for tomorrow. Well, actually later today at this point for me. I know you're 2 hours behind, but
West Coast time.
That's right. So Sunday's games, just watch this post because you'll see the legs underneath there. So as you know, I mean, I didn't actually. We can just slide right into the segment here. Show me the money. Let's go. So okay. So regarding tomorrow, so I mean, I know Haywood, you can vouch for me. I did correctly call both the Rams and win and the Bears upset. So that was, but you're going to have to take our word for it. I didn't post anything about it. So it is what it is, unfortunately. So
good call, the Bears. I'm definitely, my heart said Bears, because, you, Snoop, my boys, but my head told me Green Bay today, but I was wrong. Good call.
So let's see how we do tomorrow, though. So that'll be proof in the pudding. So these are my picks for tomorrow.
All right.
So Bills at Jags. I'm going to have the Bills crushing with the young gun, right?
Okay.
And then Niners at Eagles. We're going Eagles smashing the Niners, hopefully. But I think that's the Philly tough guy story. It's gonna crush there. And then Chargers and Patriots, not just because of my emotional affinity for the Patriots, but also I think Drake May turning heads. That guy's got a fire in him. He's very Brady-esque in a lot of how he plays, but also his calm and cool under pressure. So I think he's going to rise to the occasion and disappoint all the Chargers fans who are all hyped up for what's been an awesome season. But then in terms of, let's see who's next. Texans at Steelers. Mm-hmm. I think the Steelers are going to humble the Texans. I think they're gonna lay him down and protect the Tomlin legacy. So those are my calls.
I like it.
Eagles upset. Patriots lock in. Steelers crush.
So I will say, there's quite a few games that it's hard to pick a winner, and that I could see the Steelers. Yes. Yeah, it's at home. You got the veteran team against the younger team, but Houston, straight up, in my opinion, has the best defense in the NFL, and they've been rolling. They're hot. So I actually think Houston's going to win that game, but I could see the other games. I am big on the Eagles. I think the Eagles match up very well against the Niners, and I think they're going to win. Yeah. And if Carter's here, got to go with New England, even if he's not here.
There you go. I appreciate you there. I think on Pittsburgh, I think they're going to get smacked. And again, I'm just looking at data. I watch all the games though, so for me, it's like you can't run on Houston, and Pittsburgh cannot throw right now. I mean, it's like, so I don't know. I'm looking at the numbers: 66 yards, 67 yards, 85 yards. That's what they've given up in rushing. You know what I mean? A touchdown here and there on the ground, but I don't know. I see Pittsburgh getting humbled here. I really, really do. Again, I'm not the line guy. I'm not the money line guy either. I'm just telling you what I see.
Yeah.
I would say this real fast. This is the most wide open I've seen it in a long time. There's not a clear cut or a tier. I think almost
Dude,
every team
Detroit
can
put
make.
up 238 yards to the wide receiver against Pittsburgh. Like, I mean,
I like Houston
I'm
for
not
sure.
saying that Houston is Detroit. I'm saying Higgins and Collins. I mean, these are real dudes, dude. Schultz, like these are real dude. Like, even against. Okay, so let's look at this. Pittsburgh, just against the tight end position. All right, I'm going to throw out the last two games. Have given up 60 yards, 137 yards, 53 yards, 58 yards, 56 yards, 58 yards. That doesn't sound like a lot to a tight end. That's a lot to a tight end.
That's a lot to
Right.
a better.
And there's 4 touchdowns over those last 5 games, too. So, again, I look at Houston was one of their strengths. It's tight end, right? That is literally the fallback. Like, that's not only the safety valve, it's usually the first read, right? When it's over the middle stuff. And then it's the last read as well. So, I don't know. I just see people really looking down on Houston, and I really feel it's going to be
Would you agree it's kind of wide open though, the NFL? Like,
the what?
To win the Lombardi, it's a little bit more wide open than it has been in a while.
Well, you don't have Kansas City in there, and then there's a lot of question marks. I think with Philly, with AJ Brown and that relationship and what's happening in the locker room, and I would never put money on. That's going to be the hardest game for me to actually, from a player props perspective, to put money on because I think there's so much indecision in that game, and I can't see a lean. The only lean I see in that game, honestly, is San Francisco's weak against the tight end. But Goddard is, he's streaky as shit. He is a go-to guy, but he's streaky as shit. And San Francisco's been pretty tough lately. The last 4 or 5 games against the wide receiver position, not giving up 100 yards, and then in the middle of the season they were giving up 100 yards left and right. So I don't know. I don't know.
I would say this too. If Josh Allen and the Bills don't win it this year, I think their window is smashed. There's no excuses. I think.
Well, Bills Mafia, like, dude, those people, they'll come at Patriots fans over anything, right? And it's like hey, Buffalo fans, I love Joshy. I love his personality. I think he's awesome. I think he's like a great human. I honestly think he's an amazing player.
Dude.
But it's now or never, bro. Like, I don't want to hear like, oh, well, what excuse do you have? Oh, Trevor was hot. Like, he's been hot, dude. He's got long hair. It's beautiful. Like, dude, of course he's hot. Like, he's going to get you. Like, I don't know. I just don't see Joshy stepping up here and being able to take down Jacksonville. I don't see it. But it's now or never for the Bills Mafia.
Right? Yeah. I agree with that.
100%. And then what other game didn't we talk about on that one? Patriots game. Like, that is a tough game for me to look at because I never bet. You know me, Hayward. I don't bet the Patriots player props very often because it's really hard to bet your team. I mean, you're easy. You got McBride, and you got dudes that like. Diggs looks like he's on a mission.
It's Diggs, and then every now and then with your Matt Collins guy.
I love Matt Collins. Yeah. Matt Collins is a dog. Anybody that walks around Boston barefoot is a dog. Hear the story. I don't want to hear it. The guy is crazy. He's a nut. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting matchup. And again, when I'm looking at the numbers, LA's been, the Chargers have been really weak against the wide receiver position lately. They're weak against the deep ball. And I see that, again, I think it's the second or third most air yards Drake May has thrown this season. So he's going to get them. He's going to get a long ball here and there. But I don't know. That's a tough game for me to cap. I'm going to go with the heart, obviously, but say New England. But that's going to be should be a tough matchup.
Yeah. Fair. I love it.
Love it. I think I got a couple that was posted to the show. If we could talk about them.
Let me pull those up here.
So if you guys follow the show, I posted a bet earlier. A couple of them, quite a few. I think 3 of them. But we had a couple no sweat and bet back tokens. So if you guys use your books properly, you get those. Good tool to use. And why not? As my boy Carter's told me, when you get those no sweats and you feel something, you get your money back. Go for it. Why not?
Yeah, that's important, dude. Like that bet back token. They were giving that out for the NBA for a long time, for like a week. That frees your mind, right?
Yeah.
Because You can just cash out anytime you want.
I placed a plus 1900 one or today. I would never post something like that, but it was a no sweat. I mean, why not? So this is 2 I posted earlier. It did not hit. Very transparent. 2 guys I like to combo as a 2-leg for touchdowns. Did Jacobs end up getting a touchdown tonight? I didn't see in the stats, but I know Devontae did not. Yeah, this is 2 that I posted with the show, so that's a loss. Pre-game read was not there. Yeah, this was a pregame bet. Posted it with a picture, link, everything all dialed up there for you. Very easy peasy as far as alt lines. Combine them together. I really like Kyron going in this game, and of course Puka. These actually 4 alt lines I think have smacked like 4 or 5 games in a row with each of these players, dude. So McMillan with 3, he ended up getting more. Quorum 20, it's low. You can't single these guys. You got to put them together.
Can I interject here for a second, Haywood?
Yeah.
You know this shit. This shit. Like, you know this. Like, this is one of your strengths. Every single time I see you, like, when you live, tweet me or text me, you're like, dude, this is it. And like, you know this shit. So
thank you.
Hayward's on this. So
thank you.
Good job.
Yeah.
So all lines. So pay attention, folks. I haven't dialed up anything for tomorrow because I want to sit back. I want to give you guys really good, hopefully hits tomorrow. So this is a bet back token that I placed plus 1900 to get your money back. Why not? We already lost with the Packers tonight, but I'm going to make another one with probably the exact teams on the rest of the legs because I really like all these teams to win. Just straight up. Jacksonville's been balling, and I don't believe in Buffalo what I've seen with Josh Allen. I don't know.
I see. So you and I are same on Eagles and Patriots, but you went with Jacksonville and Texas. Got it.
I did.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Yes. We ain't boxing yet. Come on now.
Right.
I'll probably post another one. But so we got one bet today. I think we're like up a couple, something small, but nothing to go home about. So yeah, this is one I took a picture and lost. So actually, this is we don't have to show this at all. I'm sorry for sending you that. My fault. That was I sent you that because I didn't know the outcome of the game. So if Green Bay would have won. If Green Bay would have won, we would have had a cash out option. So I was going to talk about that. So,
gotcha.
Cash out options are, if it's you have a bet back like we talked about, maybe don't cash out because you got that bet back. I'm a little different when it comes to cash outs. It depends on how my day was betting, and also my reads of what I'm seeing when I'm watching it in real time. So,
yeah, the same way.
Love it.
You want to see pain? You want to see pain real quick?
What you got?
I'm going to show you pain.
What you got? Oh, Carter knows my week with all my hooks this week. Oh,
I'm sharing this, but it says I can't share. Maybe I'm not sharing it right. Look at this bad boy. Is this pain? So this is a no sweat.
Oh, man, 600. Oh, man.
So Puka had 16 yards twice, 18 yards twice, and then I think he had a 24-yarder called back. And that was a no sweat. So that would have been paid out 605. So yeah, we got him to 18 yards. So again, another one of these reception lays, 20 yards, 15, 10, and Higbee. Somebody told me in my betting group I was an idiot. I said, dude, Higbee's covered 15 yards in 7 games that he's played. Like, it's a no-brainer. But that's pain.
Hey, I'll tell you this. You've always been really good at tight end stuff. For real. That's in your wheelhouse. So, always been good with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love it.
It's a position I can cap really well.
Love it.
All right. Stop sharing.
All right, gentlemen. Well, Carter, thanks so much for joining us again. It's been a blast.
Let's see if we could.
Absolutely, man. Well, I appreciate you guys having me here. Right. And anytime I can fill in and help out, and if I talk too much or yammer too much, just tell me to shut up.
Not at all, brother. Any final words before we sign off here to the folks, Carter?
No, man. I hope our Patriots pull it out tomorrow. I'd love to see them. I'd love to see them go to the next level. And yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. Today was fun. Tomorrow's gonna be even better.
My Bears pulled it out, so my Patriots are likely to as well, just because mojo.
Let me ask you: Do you think they have a real chance of getting to the bowl? Do you think so?
Who, Bears or Patriots?
The Bears.
No, I don't
No?
think the Bears make it to the Super Bowl.
So
I
who's
think
going
the
to stop
Patriots.
the
I
Rams?
think the Patriots make it to the Super Bowl. I think the Rams go as well.
So you think it's Rams Patriots?
I do.
I would love that. What was the last one? Like 13-10 or something like that? Something
That would be a beautiful.
That was like
grudge
watching
match.
paint dry. Remember?
Well, you know what would be kind of poetic about it is the sorry, my words. I'm getting excited. Brady, his coming to game was defeating Kurt Warner and the Rams to win their Super Bowl. It would be poetic for Drake May as his debut Super Bowl victory to beat the Rams.
I see what she did there.
That would be very interesting.
That would be actually.
Yeah, that'd be
cool. That would be a good Super Bowl.
It's tough because I really like the Rams. I like that offense. Yeah. I like McVay, McVape.
Yeah.
I like Stafford. I don't like his wife. But yeah, I think talking about conspiracy theories, you should do a whole show on that. Anyway, but yeah, that'd be a good matchup.
Well, yeah, no, it would be. And actually, have you heard the conspiracy that Drake May is Brady's clone? Did you hear that?
No, but I could see it. Look at old school Brady versus May. Yeah.
Old school Brady versus May. The numbers are the same.
It's crazy.
Like their yardage, like their percentages, their stance, how they move behind the ball, like everything is so
even their
identical.
Body types and face type. Like when Brady came out, how he was kind of chubby and he kind of had that kind of more squarish, pudgy look. Yeah.
And what's even more wild about it is, at some point early on, I think it was after the first Super Bowl, Brady used some of the winnings to invest under the excuse of he investing in a technology to clone his dog.
Yeah, I remember all that.
Right. Well, now the conspiracy theory is that he was actually. The cloning was to create Drake May.
Drake May does have a family and a history, though. We could look at that.
I'll tell you this, though, Carter.
Just pop up out of nowhere and go, I'm playing at UNC.
Right. I will tell you this, though, Carter. In terms of conspiracy theories, I am much more inclined to believe that Vegas is using magnets to make sure to protect their bottom line than I am that Drake May popped out of a clone factory for
you redeemed yourself.
So
I agree with you.
That's hilarious.
Awesome.
Haywood, any last thoughts for the folks?
A couple things. I got a couple of tickets that I bet in week 4. One 17-1 and one 19-1 for the Rams or Seahawks to win the Super Bowl. So that could be looking pretty good. I do have a New England one for week 7, but it was a lighter dollar amount at a plus. I think it was plus 2,100. So I got a couple possible tickets for later I can cash. One ticket I did cash a couple preseason bets for futures. Dak Prescott to lead the league in passing yards, so that was nice. A couple win totals, a couple teams making the playoffs. So looking forward to tomorrow. I think the Jags Bills game is going to be very interesting to me. I think Carter's team could definitely make a run. It's kind of wide open, so let's win some money tomorrow. Thank you for coming on, Carter. I appreciate you so very much.
Of course, bro.
It was awesome. Jonah, thank you so much for being a warrior. Appreciate being here. So the pick is in. Super wild card weekend. Cheers to everybody at home. Thanks for everybody watching. Check us out on YouTube at The Pick Is In Podcast and phoneboothpodcast.substack.com, and follow all my guys right here.
Let's go. All right. Cheers. Good luck, gentlemen. Good luck to all of you out there.
Cheers. Appreciate y'all. All right, man. Jonah, good to see you. Thanks, Haywood.
You as well, sir.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Have a good night, guys.
Booth for life.